Takes place at Plough Lane on Saturday, Wimbledon against Brentford. A match that could go a long way to deciding two issues. Wimbledon, second in the table behind Oxford, well on target for promotion to the second division. And at the other end of the table, Brentford, having played more games than their rivals, are facing a battle against relegation. Well, Peter Brackley now reports on the contrasting fortunes of these two sides.
Boulevard. Morrison wanted Grobbelaar to come. The goalkeeper was a little hesitant. Joseph.
That goal by Gary Roberts in the Milk Cup defeat by Liverpool provided a rare moment of celebration for Brentford in a season of disenchantment for a club with such potential. Fred Callaghan was manager then, but a couple of months ago, following his departure, Frank McClintock took charge, his first managerial post since his traumatic time at Leicester in the late 70s. How much of a setback for him would relegation be now?
Well, it'd be a big blow actually to go into the fourth division. Some people may say, well, most of the season had gone before you took over, and that is perfectly true. Nevertheless, I would like to think that if I could stay in the third division this year, then I've got quite a few plans during the close season to improve Brentford Football Club, because it has got tremendous potential.
How much time do you think you'll be given to do the job? Because some supporters have shown their impatience already, I think.
Yes, after 3 weeks I had letters from about maybe half a dozen supporters, which isn't much really, but very surprising, because I think every manager expects criticism. But after 3 weeks being at the job, when you've already taken on a club who's about fourth bottom of the league, I had letters saying that they didn't like the players I had got on loan, or they didn't like the players I had bought, and my tactics were wrong, and some of the comments I made in the press were wrong too, which really surprised me. But I don't think the chairman of Brentford Football Club's a bit like that. I think he's a guy who realises that it takes time and it takes patience to build up a side.
What a contrast then at Wimbledon. Despite an average home gate of around 3,000, their season has been highly successful, with the Milk Cup win over Nottingham Forest at Plough Lane the pinnacle. The first goal in their 2-0 win scored here by Steve Galliers. A day out at Bisham Abbey this week was the reward for the league's leading goal scorers, 88 so far. Manager Dave Bassett believes in being one of the lads, hence the friendly atmosphere at a club hoping for second division football for the first time.
Well, I'm pleased to be where we are at this stage of the season. If anybody had said to me at the start of the season, with 6 games to go, you'll be in the sort of promotion hunt, I don't think I'd have believed them at that stage.
With how much trepidation, though, do you approach the prospect of second division football? Is the club really geared for that status yet?
Well, everybody keeps asking me this. I think opportunities come in life to you from time to time, and you've got to grab them when you can. And we'd love to go in the second division. I'd certainly like to be there, and the players would. So we're giving it everything we can, and we'll worry about it if we get there.
Does it not concern you, though, when you look back and see what happened to clubs like Hereford, who went up and came back down and then really collapsed as a club? Does it not concern you that might happen to you as well?
No, not really, because we're a different club. We're run differently from all of those, and I'm sure Hereford and those clubs who have been in the second division wouldn't have swapped that for the world, even though they're perhaps in a lower division now. You've got to take what life gives you at that particular moment.
Would you hope to survive with this squad, or would you look to strengthen it if you could?
I'm pretty happy with my squad. I think I've got a young set of players. They've grown up within the club, and I think they've got a lot more potential to fulfil. Obviously, I'd be looking to improve if I could in any position.
Might you be given money to improve? Is that
that's
a sticky problem at the moment?
That's something we'll worry about in the summer, and we'd have to cross that bridge then.
Incidentally, Brentford at home to Exeter tomorrow, but for the match with Wimbledon, they'll be without striker Tom